I'm wearing my favorite Mario one piece.
So who cares? Why not do your own thing and let them say what they want?
What's up, guys, and welcome to this week's Friday Night Mail. I know it's late, I know it's Saturday morning, but the reason that this is late is also the reason you're getting this inside my bubble bath, so there's that. So hopefully that makes up for it just a little bit. I did some cardio this morning and then I was like, I don't really want to shower, let's do this in a bubble bath. And to make it a little less lewd, I'm wearing my favorite Mario one piece instead of an actual bikini. But if you guys want to see me in a bikini, you guys have to check out the Bubble Bath Fan Service Friday on Patreon, or the most recent Fan Service Friday on Patreon, which just came out yesterday. And it's the reason why this video is late, because I had so many technical difficulties, but it was 100% worth it. And just wait, in 2 weeks there's an even better one. On top of that, another reason why I thought it would be fun to do this in the bath is because I have nothing today. So we're just gonna be sitting, chatting. As always, I'll be answering your questions, but I also thought it would be fun today to show you guys some of my frivolous purchases that I've made in the last week. I also love that anytime anyone is in the bath, Eve's here too. So without further ado, welcome to Friday Night Mail. Before we get into it, this video is brought to you by my Babcock merch here behind me. You can see behind me some of my merch designs and they come on pillows, shirts, towels, whatever. If you guys happen to want any of my merch, you can get 10% off by clicking the link in the description. I really appreciate everyone who's bought something so far. 10% of your purchases go to animal-based charities to help little guys like Eve who are abandoned on the freeway. And I get a percentage as well, so it helps me out with the adpocalypse and stuff like that. If you don't want to support on Patreon, you can always buy some merch. But remember, hashtag tarababcock merch on social media, because I love seeing you guys wearing my merch. All right, the winner of this week's giveaway is Dylan Death. Congratulations, Dylan Death. Ooh, congratulations. Dylan Death is apparently a musician, which you can find out by his name. But Dylan, you haven't gotten back to me yet, so I haven't been able to send you your $25 Amazon gift card. Also, if you guys want to sign up for a $25 Amazon gift card or a $25 subscription to my Twitch channel, I'd prefer the latter. Link for the F&M giveaway as well as the 10% off of my merch will be in the description. Now, we have some really great questions from you guys this week. I'm really excited about it, so let's just go ahead and get into that because I've been waiting to answer these questions for you guys for so long. All right, we have 4 this week, which is great because we don't have anything to open, so might as well take more time to chat with you guys. I love doing that anyway. A Shot of Whiskey says, question. I'm curious as to why you're an atheist. What in particular convinced you that there is no God? Note, I'm an agnostic and have always been baffled by atheism. Okay, so I feel like agnosticism is a bit of a misnomer and a cop-out for most people. I think most people who you hear say, I'm an agnostic, not an atheist, they kind of are taking this moral high ground where, Eve, get out of there, I don't want that on your paws. Where they're basically saying that they're more tolerant to the religious people than atheists are, but that's not the case. Atheism by default is more of the logical and rational choice based more on science than on faith. And therefore it is very obvious that if ever in life it becomes apparent that there is a higher power through factual objective evidence, we will change our opinions very fast. So technically all atheists, they're also agnostic. Now I'm personally not saying that you are copping out or that everyone who says they're agnostic is that way. A lot of people just haven't thought about it or they just have a different opinion of what agnosticism or atheism means to them. That's fine. But I think the majority of, like, let's say public figures or celebrities or guys you'll meet on the street who seem like they're kind of just trying to gain social points, when they say I'm agnostic, I don't really understand atheism, they see atheists as these people who are like, no matter the evidence, I will always not believe in a god, and that's just not the case. We just don't see any evidence for it, and we don't care for this middle ground, PC, agnostic title. I hope that answers your question, and I hope that sheds a little bit more light on atheism as a whole. Give me empirical evidence, something that's not anecdotal evidence based on faith, and I would of course change my mind as any good logical person would. Rywill Metamorphosis says, another question. How do you feel about being sexualized by the interracial enthusiast crowd? Okay, so this is kind of a new phenomenon for me ever since I made a new video about interracial porn. I have talked about BBC before and black guys. It's funny because the first video I made about black guys, I was labeled a complete racist, and people were taking everything that I was saying out of context and they cannot actually quote anything that I said with any shred of accuracy and actually make me look like a racist. They're basically just saying because I'm not personally attracted to anyone who follows the whole standard hip-hop culture, that I'm saying that all black men are into hip-hop culture and therefore I'm racist, which is totally not the case. Hip-hop culture, to me, is gross whether or not you are white, black, Asian, or Mexican. I don't care. Or purple, like my lips. So in short, whoa, I almost fell over. So in short, anyone who says that I only date black men or that I'm some kind of fucking pioneer of like white genocide, those people are just as fucking retarded as the people who think that I'm a racist based on my sexual preferences about culture, not race. I actually do think it's kind of funny though that the people who are advocating for white genocide like interracial porn, because interracial porn isn't 100% about the cuckold culture and white men feeling inferior to black men. I think it's just as much that as it is fetishizing black men as animals. As I said in my interracial video, I think racial tensions are higher now than they have been in a while, and that's kind of what's provoking the rise in interracial porn, because when something becomes taboo, interracial relationships, then more people fetishize it because, you know, everyone likes things that are kind of taboo. My official stance on black men is that I don't really discriminate based on race, I just discriminate based on hotness and how wet my pussy gets. I've never dated a black guy before or fucked a black guy, but I would never exclusively fuck black guys or exclusively fuck white guys. My main preference is a white guy with dark features who's buff and tall and smart and funny, into games, all these things. But that's just what I find attractive most often and not a rule. Alright, our third question is from Squidsley. Hey Squidsley. He says, question. If you were forced to choose and you were being held at gunpoint, would you rather kill 10 children or kill 4 babies? Just a moral decision. You're welcome. Wrong your. Both! No, definitely 4 babies. I wish it would have switched it around and it was like 10 babies and 4 children, because I'm not killing enough babies this way. Okay, moving on. My fucking card got full. I really need to fucking clean out these cards. I keep cleaning them out and it's not enough, ever. Okay, so Weird Person says, hello, I'm a relatively young individual in the realm of unrestricted content and ideas. I said unrestricted weird. Unrestricted. Previously, you mentioned that you read all of the comments, so within consideration, I'll take the opportunity to ask you some questions. What do you think about multiculturalism? Can a heterogeneous populace be united despite differing cultural and moral values within that populace? With this in mind, what do you think of civic and ethnic nationalism? This is a good question, and I think it's multifaceted. I think a lot of people tend to be very polarized about this. You have the people on the left that are like, let fucking everyone in, this is so racist not to, or so fucking Nazi not to. And then you have the people on the right who are like, well, it's hard for me to say that a lot of the people on the right are very, don't let anyone in ever, we're racist, because I don't see them that way. I see more of the left being more extreme, whereas the right being more logical. That's probably just because I lean more right than left. I'm sure there's some kind of bias at play here, and I'm only looking at the like really crazy leftists. So anyway, on the multicultural front, I really feel like there's a lot to gain from having a multicultural environment and a lot to lose. I don't think it's a polarized issue. I don't think it's a one way or another black and white issue. In my opinion, with hiring practices, and I know we're getting a little off topic here, but with hiring practices, I would say it should be diversity of ideas, not diversity of something really superficial like diversity of skin. Because you know for a fact most of the black people getting the benefits from affirmative action are not from Africa, they're from here. I am for legal immigration, very against illegal immigration. I don't really have any sympathy for people who decide to break the law in order to come to our country illegally. I don't know how I feel on the idea that certain cultures are just incompatible with Western values. I feel like as long as you're following the laws, it doesn't really matter what you do inside your homes or what you think in your head, you just have to follow the laws. And some people might think that, okay, I will follow these laws and I will be a contributing member to the Western society because I think it's just so much better for my family. As long as we uphold the American values, the Constitution, and we're only allowing in people who would actually benefit the country. I believe our citizens should come first, and if it ever is proven with statistics or in some other way that there are cultures that absolutely cannot assimilate even superficially into our cultures, fuck them. I don't think it's racist, I think it's practical, pragmatic, and just the best thing to do. That being said, I don't have that information right now. Okay, I have a few things that I bought this week that I want to show you guys, and then I will let you guys go. I have 2 dead strings on my bass guitar, so I decided to finally investigate which bass strings I wanted to buy, and you guys are gonna make fun of me. And if you musicians in the comment section, shut your fucking face. I got neon fucking tape wound strings that are in the same color as the strings portrayed in Rocksmith. I think this is the coolest thing ever. Also, I just realized that they are blacklight active, so in blacklight they're gonna shine like this. It's really cool. If they happen to suck though, I also did buy some standard Ernie Ball Slinky Supers, round wound, and on my wish list I have some flat wound strings that I do want to try out. I want to try all of them. I've watched a bunch of videos of like string shootouts and stuff where people are saying like round wound is the best just because it has the most clear and nice sound, but I don't know, a lot of people that I watch bass wise, they're kind of on the like jazz bass, classical bass side, so I don't know, maybe flat wounds are better for metal or something. What I want to play is metal and classic rock. I've also watched a bunch of people play some tape wounds, and a lot of people like disparage tape wounds because they think like, oh, you're sacrificing tone and sound and clarity just to protect your strings longer. But I watched people play these and it actually sounds just as clear as the round wounds. So I am hopeful about these. They have really good reviews on Amazon. And if you guys haven't watched my fan service this Friday of this week and in 2 weeks. Both of them are gonna be blacklight oriented, or both of them are blacklight oriented. I've already filmed them. And so now I have a blacklight, which means that I can play my bass guitar in the dark with blacklight activated strings. So I'm excited about that. Another thing I got for the bass is I got a pro winder. It's just like a thing that makes it easier to change strings. I'm actually gonna do a changing strings for the first time video. I am a novice at this. I've never done it before, so I thought it would be fun to kind of give you guys some of the tips that I've learned from watching videos and have you guys watch my form for changing strings. Anyway, this cuts it, this winds it up, and this is for an acoustic guitar, which I don't have, so I don't care about. The next things I bought. Okay, so I've really been missing my lash extensions because my lash extensions are always much curlier than the fake lashes that I put on, so I decided to buy some Faux Mink synthetic fiber lashes from Pretty Little, is it Pretty Little Lashes? Yeah, prettylittlelashes.com. I'm wearing a set right now, and I actually have to cut them because they're a lot longer. I finally found out how to cut them properly. I think like 5 years ago, I tried to cut a pair of fake eyelashes from the inside instead of cutting the outside, and it just looked fucking awful, and I never tried again because I was like, fuck that. But we have Amore, I don't know, Lavish, Noir, Pearl, and this is Tiffany. Tiffany is the one that Jay picked out for me. I always have Jay pick out random stuff that he knows nothing about because I think it's cute. And he says Tiffany looks the most like Eve, so he likes that one the most. Another thing I bought for bass guitar that's not here yet is I bought a Fly 3 bass mini amplifier. And the reason I finally broke down and bought this is because I don't have a speaker to my computer. And the bass amp is like a little 3 volts, like really high quality, like really good reviews on Amazon and stuff. That also doubles as a music player, so I can use it to play songs for Jay or listen to things on a speaker rather than with headphones on my computer, which is cool. I'm excited about that getting here, and that was 60 bucks. These were kind of expensive, but I reuse lashes for like months, so I feel like this is a good investment. And these do look much more curled, much more like I like them, so I'm happy about it. Let me know, girls, in the comment section how you feel about my new lashes, if they look better than last time you saw me, because this is my first time actually doing content that's not Fan Service Friday with the new lashes. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for the questions and for everything. You guys are fucking amazing. I always have fun talking to you guys. We don't always have to open things, but if you guys want to send me anything, my Amazon wishlist and my PO box are down in the description, as well as all of the links you'll ever need. Go ahead and post your comments for next week's video down in the comment section. I love you guys' questions, whether they're just fun or whether they're really deep like they were this week. I guess the interracial one wasn't that deep, but it was fun anyway. I love you guys. I'm sorry this is late, and I'll see you next week. You guys are fucking awesome. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm gonna be taking tomorrow off, and I'm gonna go stream now. I feel slightly cleaner now. One more look at my monokini. I love this thing. I have like 20 of them. I have a Contra one and a bunch of others that I'm waiting until I have my perfect body back to actually show off in a video. And I actually have 2 of this one. I have one with the this and one without. Bye guys. Eve, come say bye. Meow. She's so cute. How do I make this come up? There we go. Eve, what are you doing? Hanging out with me? So pretty. Bye-bye, water. Hello, legs.